PC. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Final Boy Trigger. Back from holidays, unfortunately. In the garage though, which is not too bad. Okay, today's video is going to be a thread response to the high octane crankin' Dan Powers. Great idea for a thread. 80s albums you were cranking in the 80s. So what were you listening to in the 80s? So you said show 10, I think you showed 11. Sorry Dan, I couldn't probably narrow it down further than 13, 14, sorry. I've got 10 tapes, a few albums, LPs, and I've got a couple honourable mentions. Okay, where should I go first? Tapes. Dan loves tapes, into his heavy stuff, heavy metal, heavy rock, a cranking dude. Let's go. Sting. Dream of the Blue Turtles. Love this album. Yeah, I pumped this in the 80s. A few great songs, Love Somebody, Set Them Free, Loving the Seventh Wave. But my favourite song on this is Russians. It's just love the lyrics, like How Can I Save You from Oppenheimer's Deadly Toy, and Mr. Khrushchev said we will bury you. I don't subscribe to his point of view. Mr. Reagan says I'll protect you, but I won't subscribe to that point of view either. And I just used to love, do the Russians love their children too? And I used to wonder, do the Russians love their children? I don't know. I never met any Russians of that in the 80s. And I just wondered if they loved their children too. So anyway, Sting. And should mention Police as well. Bryan Adams. I cranked him in the 80s. Loved him. One Night Love Affair. It's Only Happy When You're Dancing. Heaven. What a song. Summer of 69. If you weren't involved in some sort of karaoke of singing Summer of 69, I don't think you lived in the 80s. Kids Wanna Rock. Great album. Reckless. Bryan Adams. Phil Collins. Used to love listening to Phil Collins. No Jacket Required. One of my favourite of his. Liked a lot of them. Take Me Home. Does Anybody Stay Together Anymore? Studio. One More Night. But probably my favourite was Billy, Don't Lose My Number. Just to love that track. Pump that and the rest of the album. Angels. And that live album, Live Line. This is a cranking live album. I used to love this. Well, still do. Coming Down, No Secrets, Did You Hurt Somebody, Standing Over You, Shadow Boxes, After the Rain. Jeez, that's just side one. Great live album, Angels, great rock. Aussie rockin' band in the 80s. Awesome frontman, Doc Neeson. Bob Marley. What can you say? This perfect album, compilation, but it's the perfect compilation of a legend. Hence, it's called Legend. Is This Love? No Woman, No Cry. Three Little Birds, Buffalo Soldier, Stir It Up. That's the only one side. Shot the Sheriff, Waiting in Vain. Probably my favourite though is Redemption Song. Great album. Good old Cindy. You gotta be cranking her in the 80s. Money Changed Everything, Girls Want to Have Fun, Time After Time, hits after hits, She Bop, All Through the Night. Love them all. Good old Cindy. Johnny Diesel and Injectors. You probably don't know these guys. They're sort of rock, funk, soul sort of group. He's actually American, came to Australia, lived in Australia, multi-instrumentalist. Used to love this album, I still do. I think I've got this on 3 formats, maybe I don't have the CD, I've got the vinyl, and love this album. Johnny Diesel, Injectors. Look it up, it's just great rock. A bit of soulish like, cool stuff, crank that. If you watch my channel at all, you know I love the oils and I show them most videos. Cranking this during the 80s and all the other stuff. One of my favourite albums ever, The Boss. Oh, man, just love this whole album. Perfect album for me. And this, I show this often, because not many other people show it, but Tracy Chapman, self-titled, absolutely love this album. Brilliant album. I just show it because no one else wants to show it. I'm just going to keep showing it until someone else shows it. Great songs. Oh, talking about Revolution, Fast Car, Cross the Lines, Baby Can I Hold You Tonight, Mountain Dew Thing, She's Got a Ticket. Just a perfect album for me. I was cranking that. A few honourable mentions, you know. Maybe wasn't listening to full albums of Madonna, but definitely he listened to lots of songs of Madonna. Of course. 80s, of course. Who wasn't listening to it? Probably one of my favourite songs of her was Papa Don't Preach and Borderline. Still love those, but a lot of other great songs. Honourable mention, Dire Straits, you know, Money for Nothing, MTV, we're talking about MTV, when MTV was massive in the 80s. Walk of Life, Romeo and Juliet, Sultans of Swing, Lady Rider, So Far Away, Dire Straits, they were cranking. Eagles, I'll show a couple LPs, of course. And love this one too, John Cougar, Mellencamp, Lonesome Jimberley. Still love this, but love this album. I mean, the side one is a perfect album, perfect side. Probably one of my favourites, The Real Life. Just love the lyrics in The Real Life, still love it. And in the background is Jimmy Barnes of the band Cold Chisel, cranking them, and Barnesy as well. Anyone else? And one sentimental, nostalgic album. You probably don't know these guys unless you're from Australia. Boom and Crash Opera. This was something that me and my mates, when we used to drive down South Coast for our holidays, we'd be cranking this the whole way, just singing. You know, 5 blokes singing a little yellow, I think it was Galant car, and we didn't care. There's great songs on here. Just anyway, this is pop rock, but Boom Crash Opera. All right, that is me. Vinyl Trigger with my 80s albums I was cranking in the 80s. That make sense? I think so. Anyway, take care everyone, look after yourselves, and I'll see you again soon.